From the New York Post, Elon Musk suggests he'll be thrown in prison if Harris beats Trump. Quote, if he loses, I'm effed. To which Elon and Tucker then chortle a hearty chortle. Here's the clip for you guys.
If he loses, man, what?
Dude. If he loses, I'm
It does seem that way. You can't just be like,
Yeah, I'm like, how long do you think my prison sentence is going to be tonight? Will I see my children? I don't know.
Wow.
Because it's not like you can say, well, yeah, I maxed out to him, but, I get...
I have no plausible deniability. No, and I've been trashing Kamala nonstop.
Yes, indeed. Billionaire Tesla boss and an ex-boss, Elon Musk, suggested Monday he will end up behind bars if Harris beats Trump. How long do you think my prison sentence is going to be? Will I see my children? I don't know. Musk endorsed Trump in the wake of the July 13th assassination attempt against the former president and appeared alongside the GOP nominee Saturday at the Butler rally. It was amazing, by the way. I was there. The 53-year-old also reportedly poured millions into a super PAC backing Trump's candidacy while hammering Harris on X, the platform Musk purchased for $44 billion in 2020. Quote, I have no plausible deniability, Musk said of his vehement backing of the 45th president. I've been trashing Kamala nonstop, the machine that the Kamala puppet represents. When asked by Carlson what his life has been like since wading into the world of presidential politics, he says, it's pretty fun. However, he says he turned serious when he explained why he was going all in for Trump. My view is that if Trump doesn't win this election, it's the last election we are going to have. He was explaining his fears of millions of migrants the Biden-Harris administration have been importing will eventually be granted citizenship and tip future votes permanently. My prediction is if there's another 4 years of a Democratic administration, they will legalize so many illegals. The next election, there will be no swing states. Oh, yeah. And they're going to start flooding Florida and other places with many of these individuals, giving them federal money and otherwise. To back his stance, Musk cited the 1986 Immigration Reform and Control Act, which granted amnesty to millions of migrants in the country illegally. Thereafter, California turned very strongly Dem. He is 100% correct. For those that aren't familiar with that story, what happened was, over a long period of time, you had illegal immigrants coming into California. Now, there was a backlash against this, but they had children, and those children became citizens. So in 1986, they said, we're going to offer up this Immigration Reform Act, and we're going to basically grant amnesty. It all changed later into the 90s when there were proposals to cut public funding from illegal immigrants. But the children who were citizens revolted and said, no way, we will never vote for you again. And they all went Democrat. They said, we want our illegal immigrant parents to be able to get these benefits from public funds. That was it. Look where California is now. They just made requiring an ID to vote illegal. It's backwards. It's evil. The state is lost. It is no longer an American state. It is something else. It is a machine state. It's a machine state. The Golden State voted Republican in every election between 68 and 88 and has backed none since. You just need new citizens for there not to be swing states, he said. Excuse me. I think we want to remain a democracy, and we don't want to become a one-party state. The people who are saying Trump is a threat to democracy are themselves a threat to democracy. One-party rule is not democracy. Well, I can show you. Hillary Clinton warns that allowing free speech on social media means we lose control. And many questions were asked about this. What does it mean? We. Who is we? Former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton said Saturday that social media companies must moderate content on their platforms or else we lose total control. Really. Clinton told CNN host Michael Smerconish that while there have been some steps taken at the state level to regulate social media, she wants to see more done by the federal government to moderate content. Quote, we can look at the state of California, the state of New York. I think some other states have also taken action. But we need action, national action. And sadly, our Congress has been dysfunctional when it comes to addressing these threats to our children. Clinton said she believes the issue should be at the top of every legislative political agenda and called for the repealing of Section 230 of the Communications Act, which protects online platforms from being held liable for third-party content, such as user content on social media. This immunity applies to the content itself and the removal of content in certain circumstances. Hence, my friends, why I have not been in favor of the repealing of Section 230, but for reformation. A lot of people on the right have been saying to repeal Section 230, but that would give the deep state establishment, whatever, full control. Quote, we should be, in my view, repealing something called Section 230, which gave, platforms on the internet immunity because they were thought to be just pass-throughs, that they shouldn't be judged for the content that is posted. But we now know that that was an overly simple view, that if the platforms, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, X, or Instagram, or TikTok, or whatever they are, if they don't moderate or monitor their content, we lose total control. And it's not just the social and psychological effects, it's real life. Here's the world they want to make. And this is why repealing Section 230 is not the right move. Reforming it is. Applying it properly is. They want Twitter, YouTube. They want YouTube. YouTube's a good example. YouTube will come out and say, okay, without Section 230, we cannot allow anyone to post content that is not vetted and approved by us. Instantly, everyone is deleted. In order to make a channel on YouTube, you must be vetted and approved, and your content must be monitored. You'll basically become, a broadcast employee. The end result is that YouTube may have around 2,000 different channels. That's it. It'll effectively be some kind of cable TV network. Your average user, you will never be able to build up a profile. You will never be able to crack that machine state narrative. The moment you come speaking out against the state, they're going to say, no, we don't approve this. We don't want the liability. We're going to get sued. You can't say that. And then YouTube becomes what television was 30 years ago. A top-down broadcaster, which it almost is, basically. That's the world Hillary Clinton wants. Elon Musk is a threat to this. Hence, I think it's reasonable to conclude that he may go to prison. Now, I don't know for sure, but, we'll see. Quote, she goes on to say that it's not just the social and psychological effects, it's real life. Clinton said the social media companies should have their immunity stripped so guardrails could be implemented. She said that cell phones should be restricted in schools. I agree with that. An effort that has been approved by several states in the U.S., including Florida and California. Individual school districts in various states across the country have also adopted policies banning or limiting cell phone use during school hours. Take phones out of our schools. I'm so happy to see schools beginning to do that, where the kids turn their phone in when they walk in the door. I agree with that in a certain context. I think schools are bad for the most part, and we need education reform anyway. And guess what? Kids are paying better attention in class. They are talking to each other in the lunchroom. Things that used to be part of your daily life when you were a child in school. It is very, very good. Last month, Clinton suggested during an appearance on MSNBC that Americans accused of interfering in U.S. elections by spreading propaganda, promoting former President Trump, should be civilly or even criminally charged. She cited the 2016 election in which she lost to Trump. Well, I got to tell you, the world that they want to build is not going to be a fun one for you or I. Especially not for someone like Elon Musk, who buys X. Let's talk about the purchase of X and why Hillary Clinton is upset about it. Elon Musk put a bid in on Twitter before it was X. Vijaya Gadde cried. She was the head of legal. Jack Dorsey was out. He's like, I'm not involved in this. And apparently he was with Elon on this. Twitter had become a vassal of the deep state. I wonder if Jack Dorsey, who was the leader of the free speech wing of the free speech party, that's what he called Twitter. I wonder if the federal government came in, national security and letter, and said, we are going to have a backdoor on your platform. We are going to spy on users. We are going to use this tool to manipulate the public, and there's nothing you can do about it. We will destroy you. We will lock you up. You will be a traitor. Because that's what they do. And Jack Dorsey just said, what can I do? Agreed. Vijaya Gadde was that vassal. The vessel, basically, both. And she reportedly cried when Elon was taking over. They tried to stop it, and they failed. Elon took over and has restored the speech of many individuals, namely Alex Jones. Now, they're trying to sue to take Alex Jones' account away from him. Guess what? You can't, because Elon Musk owns it. You don't own your Twitter profile. That profile and everything is owned by Elon and the X Corporation. That means you can never silence anybody. Alex Jones will be able to speak, and they don't want that. This lawsuit against Jones to destroy and take everything from him, they're actually trying to file the claim they get his Twitter profile. Can't do it. Elon will come out and say, absolutely not. It will be Alex Jones's forever and only Alex Jones's because it's mine and it's his name. But this is the end result. They want to make sure they eliminate public press take down people who are speaking out against the machine state because they want to steal power. That's the nature of what we're dealing with. So I certainly think it's reasonable for Elon to fear going to jail. I'll wrap it up there, my friends. Smash that like button, subscribe to this channel. We got a couple more segments coming up for you. This one is so fun. Karine Jean-Pierre storms out of briefing room after accusing reporter of spreading misinformation about Hurricane Helene response. Yo, this exchange is nuts. She snaps and she storms out of the room. We're going to read that next, so make sure you watch at 6 p.m. For those that are watching the segment, smash the like button and share the video if you really do like it. For everybody else watching live, we'll grab your super chats now.